We're just having fun right now. Behind us right now, this is Zach, all the way from Sweden. What I said earlier, this is like your little cousin or something. Like the sound direction. It's one of your elements, man. This is like that driver music, I like to say.
I heard this last year and I melted. I was just like, this is all I need. I listened to it today actually on the plane.
Really?
Yeah. I have, let's see what album I have. Oh, it's plugged in over there.
Okay.
Yeah. I listen to this often.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'm really interested to hear today. I think the people want to know what inspired, your latest work and where your head is mentally. But welcome to Soulection Radio. I've been wanting to get you on for a long time.
Yeah.
We got Toro y Moi, man. What's up?
I'm glad to be here. Thanks. This is my first time at Beats One Radio myself, and this is the first time finally getting to meet the Soulection family. So. Yeah. Really, really good to get some FaceTime.
Dope, man. Yeah, we've been wanting to book you for one of our live shows as well.
Yeah.
But we gotta make sure we get like Golden Voice or someone to have fun that, because
In time. Yeah, dude. Definitely. I think it's gonna be very soon.
Yeah, man. But that's why we're here. Welcome. What brings you out to Los Angeles right now?
Pretty much, I'm just doing a press run. Telling everybody about Boo Boo, my newest album, and really just putting some work in, doing some mixes here and there, and then doing some recording sessions.
Yeah. So it came out about just over a month ago.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling now that it's out? I know you've been working on it for some time, and you've gone through some life changes, and it's just a body of work, and it seems this is your fifth album, correct?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Crazy.
And each one, which is so dope to watch and to listen to, you keep changing. It's like, you keep shaving your shell, and it's different sound direction. There's not many artists who I know personally who can do as many different styles as you do, but execute it like wow.
Thank you.
If you wanted to do the indie electronic route, if you want to do this like 80s vibe, or if you want to do the soulful or whatever it is, like you can do it all. If you want to be a beat maker, a producer, you want to compete out there and go head to head with Flying Lotus, I know you can do that. So.
It's fun, man. Music is just it's so fun. I can't really stick to one genre or sound or method or instrument. It's just, why not experiment and explore as many sounds as possible?
Yeah. So the album title Boo Boo, why that title in specific?
Boo Boo came in to mind when I was talking about that new age term woo woo.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Has anyone ever heard of that?
Party of one?
Yeah. Table for one, please. Well, woo woo just came to mind because I felt like the album had some new age like theories behind it.
Yeah.
A lot of like, soul searching behind it. And then I thought a really funny rap name would be Boo Boo Woo Woo.
Okay.
And then Boo Boo came into mind.
Word.
I was like, actually, I think Boo Boo is a really good album title because it's very catchy, and it has a lot of meanings. It can be your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, your boo, and then you got Pain, which is a boo boo when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It's like your first indication of pain.
Yeah.
Your parents tell you what it's called, a boo boo.
Yeah.
And then the other things are just like boo, like dissatisfaction.
Got you.
Yeah.
By the way, this song behind this
Day One. Nice.
So this is a one that really, when was it, 2013?
Yeah.
I remember I was in college at Long Beach State, and this record really hit me. Like,
awesome.
You had my attention, and I was like, okay, still sound caught me, right? But when I heard this, I was like, all right, I need to know who this guy is. And I remember I was driving like to San Pedro over the bridge from Long Beach, and I felt like I was on acid, but I was sober as hell. But this is that song. Let's let this one ride out.
Cool.
Once again, Toro y Moi in the building. Soulection Radio, long overdue.
Chaz B.
Man, this part right here, my favorite. When you hear, I'm not sure if you're an NERD fan, but when you hear Maybe, the second part, when it breaks down into like just that breakdown, that's what this kind of reminds me. It's more subtle. And when I really love a song, hey, I'm gonna play. I do these things called these like little slowed edits, just because I like to hear things at a different tempo. So I slowed this one down. Watch.
Ooh, yeah.
It just feels like, it's like that cooking music, when you're in the kitchen, and it just feels good. So big ups. It's like my favorite song. That's why when I get hyped about a track, I can't stop talking about it. Have you heard Curious Mind Design?
Yes.
He mixed a track. I'm looking at the title because I always forget it. It's called Just Air, and he sampled you.
Is it How I Know? I think that's...
He sampled Still Sound.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember it was from Underneath the Pine. Yeah.
Word. Yeah, but
sick stuff.
Yeah, man, it's really dope. So, in terms of the album right now, like, I know you went through a situation and some what really inspired it, and what's some, you know, you described the meaning behind the title, but
yeah, I mean, I think the main themes in Boo Boo are just trying. It's more about personal, I guess, turmoil and trying to get over it yourself without really having anyone else there. So to go through it by yourself is kind of it's a process, but to come out of it with something creative and something elevating is it's, I don't know, it's way more gratifying.
Yeah.
To yeah.
And what exactly made you go this sound direction? Because you've been switching it every time. So
yeah.
Why'd you go back to this sound?
I think, well, you know, with What For, I really, you know, just tried to explore recording with microphones and live instruments and live takes, and really I just like to switch it up.
Yeah.
I never really stopped listening to electronic music, even though I was in, you know, a psych rock phase or whatever, and it was always there. I was always getting those ideas together, and it was just a matter of time before I could make something like this. And you know, when I was making this record, I was living by myself up in Portland. I had a studio. I moved it into a house, and I kind of just explored playing with space. Less drums, less vocals. Yeah.
What age did you discover your voice? 'Cause I know you started playing the piano at a young age. I think about 8 or so. When did you discover, like, you know what, I'm just gonna sing?
I guess it was around 15 when I just started writing songs bored in my room on a guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really saw myself doing like rap or house or anything electronic or anything sampling. Like, I grew up on Weezer and the Pixies, and I really was just like not even thinking about this world of music. And it wasn't until I got my own laptop in college, and just...
Was there a specific artist that like changed your mind and like, yo, I could go all across the board with sound direction?
Oh, without a doubt, it's J.Dilla.
Woo!
I think I found out about him.
Say that again?
Without a doubt, it's J.Dilla.
All right.
Yeah, he was the first producer I heard that sampled other stuff that wasn't jazz, and I was like, actually, I hear it now.
What's your favorite J.Dilla song, or like beat?
Oh man,
JD. It could even be some like track untitled, whatever it is.
Untitled track number 10. Yeah, there's so many of those. I mean, Donuts. You can't go wrong with Donuts.
Yeah, Donuts is the one, and I think the meaning with him, you know, being in his deathbed, literally, and literally with swollen hands, just on the MP, just going at it. That's work. That's that Mamba mentality, you know, going out.
So yeah, that was his best stuff too. It's just like, you got to keep going at it. You don't know when your masterpiece is gonna be.
Yeah.
You might keep topping yourself. You never know.
And you recently, well, actually, you just mentioned the house side of you.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing that caught me off guard, is when I heard Lessons.
Yeah.
Grind.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Hooligan. So we did a Boiler Room, and I think that was the first song he kicked off the Boiler Room. I'll send you a link.
Nice.
And we were in London, and we were just in this small room, and just, I don't know, man, that song hits because it has that soul.
Yeah.
And it has like that deep house vibe to it. So you're a very soulful dude.
Hey, I try to keep it in there, you know. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you also just changed your name as well. What was the inspiration behind
Chaz
it?
Bear.
Yeah, Chaz Bear.
Nice. I like how I said it right in that gap.
Timing, man.
Chaz B, Chaz Bear.
But yeah, so why the name change?
You know, I've told a lot of people, but really, you know, when I got married, I just changed my name.
I'm looking at you married for real?
You know, love is weird. Marriage is weird.
Yeah.
I'm in a complicated relationship. It's pretty open.
Word.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're in a relationship with life.
I mean, we created this thing ourselves, you know. Toro is kind of our thing, so
yeah,
it's kind of just that now.
Word. And you're currently you're not planning a tour for this project?
I'm not.
Why is that?
You know, I really just took the time to really, I decided I wanted to focus more on production.
Yeah.
And so I've just been hitting the studio nonstop. The label was down, they were okay with it, and yeah, expect more music, a lot more music.
Yeah, and you're a very visual person, I noticed. What I think is really tight is that you're a graphic designer. You actually graduated from what, South Carolina?
Yeah, University of South Carolina.
And you got your graphic design, your undergrad in graphic design. I think that's tight. You've designed all your album covers, and your videos are some of the dopest. Even so I was peeping the album teaser to Boo Boo, and I was like, wait, I've never really seen a teaser on YouTube that has a full 50-minute visual to it. Yeah. I thought whose idea was that?
That was me. That was me. Yeah, I was just like,
I'm gonna get your publicist like, is that you? Yeah, give that woman a raise. That was you.
Aaron does great. Yeah, no, I was like, you know what? I drove around a lot to this album, and I think a lot of people might enjoy driving to this record, and more specifically driving around the Bay, to my two favorite spots, from Grizzly Peak to Treasure Island. So it's a good drive.
Yeah, and you're currently living back in the Bay after being in Portland. Yeah, in a lot of different places.
Yeah, man. I like seeing the world, you know? Yeah. It's kind of like, I feel like before I was very just work mode and not really seeing the world, even though I was traveling it. Yeah. But I really learned to appreciate traveling now.
Word. So. Yeah, I appreciate it. Speaking of traveling, let's get into some more music. Once again, we are here with Toro y Moi. Boo Boo out now worldwide here on Soulection Radio. Make sure you keep it locked. Let's switch up the vibe one time. Next artist up, called Chill Children. How smooth is that?
Very sexy.
Yes. Damn. Every time we do a radio show and we're doing an interview with any of the guests, it's just like a aux chord session. That's how I see it, you know?
Music is music.
Yeah, we're just playing music. You know, I'm not a fan of like dry interviews and stuff. I gotta be moving. I gotta be thinking of something.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? What I think is really cool too is that as an artist, there's artists out there who are savvy and own their business and own their brand, but it's not for everybody, you know. But what I think is really cool about you is that you're very artist savvy, and you have your own label, right? Yeah. And then you're also signed to a label, so you differentiate the two. And I know you have Lessons, if I'm not mistaken, on Company?
On Company.
Yeah,
Company Records.
That's yours. When did you found Company?
Company started in 2014, pretty much with the first Lessons release. Car Park Records came up and they proposed the idea of starting an imprint, and I was like, yeah, actually. So over time, like over the past couple of years, it's gone through like some phases, but like I think it's definitely it's in the next phase.
Oh, so it's a sub-label under Car Park.
It's a subsidiary, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. And testament to them, because I know that they're indie, correct?
Yeah.
And you could have easily started that just independently and just you do it your own way. But you know, nowadays with the internet and being able to self-brand, you know, anyone could get their music on Apple Music and the other services, and anyone could sell merch just through social media. Definitely. But that's dope that, you know, that you built that connection, because a lot of artists, they like, and Soulection's been, you know, victim of this a lot, is where a lot of artists like to plug in. They get built up, they get their manager all of a sudden, they get their agent, they get their brand. Oh yeah. And then all of a sudden they zap out once they get to that prime peak. Yeah. And then like, yo, I'm gonna take this back and thank you, but sorry, not sorry.
Definitely. I see how that happens all the time, and it makes sense, you know. People are trying to survive off their art, but at the same time, if you're really trying to make something lasting, you gotta build a team.
You gotta have that resource.
Yeah, so that's all I'm trying to do.
What kind of artists do you sign? So you're like an A&R as well.
Yeah, it's kind of, I get to do the art direction and the roster, so
how do you find time?
On all the flights, man. A lot of flights.
A lot of flights?
Yeah, you gotta get that in-flight go-go Wi-Fi, so you just get lost.
I feel that. I'm sure your air miles are crazy.
Yeah, but like, I like all genres really. Like everything from ambient music. Like I was doing stuff with Leaving Records. I did an ambient tape with those guys, and
with Matthew David and them.
Yeah, and so, you know, that just leads to so much. When you start with ambient music, you can just go on. You add on top of that, because I lost what I was saying, but yeah. I like all genres.
You like all genres. Is there any artists in particular that you've signed through Company that you are really looking forward to, that you think the world should know about?
Oh man, yeah. Oh my.
Yo, Lessons.
Well, I guess the freshest thing on my head is the Matson 2 record.
Okay.
That's the thing. I last toured. It was in March. It was like this jazz trio fusion record.
Okay.
And
we might have to get into something if you have that
definitely,
record.
yeah.
It'd be dope to play something. In fact,
definitely don't mind.
We've been chopping it up, and I know the people want to hear your voice and stuff, but we're going to be getting into, you have some tracks for us to play today, correct?
I do.
All right.
Yeah, I got some new stuff.
Unreleased?
Unreleased.
Whoa, what's unreleased?
Unreleased.
Like from yourself or?
Unreleased, as in no one's ever heard it.
Okay.
I don't think, except for me and my friends.
But it's produced by you.
Produced by me.
Ah, okay. So you heard it first.
It was maybe the last song I wrote for Boo Boo, or like when I was in the Boo Boo sessions and.
Every time you say it, so.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to name that too.
Like Boo Boo.
Yeah, it's like. All of my album titles are so serious sounding, so Boo Boo is kind of humorous. That's why I picked it. But yeah,
I feel that. But yeah, we got to get into that set soon.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into that. All right, so let's get into behind us right now. We have Carmack, B Bravo, and Parvizi. We'll be right back, and we're about to get right into this music with Toro y Moi. Keep it locked. Man, B Bravo is nasty. Have you ever heard of Mr. Carmack?
I don't think I've heard this guy before.
Okay, Mr. Carmack, you gotta.
Nice.
He actually went to Long Beach State for a bit. He's from the Bay. He was living in Hawaii for a little bit,
Good
but
stuff.
now he's based out here.
Yeah.
And killing it, man. I'm gonna put you on. We got to trade music.
Definitely.
I like to trade music with my guests.
I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. I gotta ask, because there's a lot of producers listening and watching. On a producer level, like when you're in your I know you're not a studio guy. You like to be in the home or in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
What do you use to produce, or like what's your go-to?
Let's see, man. Honestly, right now I've been all about the Mo 6.
Okay.
The Yamaha Mo 6. It's one of those, all-in-one. Like has all the sounds, drums, bass. It's just fun to just go make a quick house track on that, honestly, because the drums are right there already. And
wow.
And when you play and you record straight to audio and not use MIDI, it's kind of it's a new challenge. So it's kind of just another thing to just EQ weird, compress weird. So always trying to get out the box, really.
And are you on Ableton or are you using?
I'm a Reason guy.
Oh, you're a Reason guy.
Yeah, I'm all the way out there.
That actually makes sense because it's beefy.
Yeah.
Reason has a certain sound to it.
I'm really into their sound. It sounds great.
Yeah. Wow, man. And so when do you think your next show is gonna be? Like, you're not touring right now, as we mentioned earlier, but when do you think that phase is gonna be?
There's definitely gonna be some DJ sets coming up in the future. Honestly, I'm taking a break to just work on more music before I can show my face again. I want it to be all new stuff, really. But I got an art show coming up in January. I'm most likely gonna be DJing.
You're DJing?
Yeah, at New Image.
What are you showcasing though? Like your designs, your illustrations, or you're a photographer as well, yeah?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm gonna be
the
showcasing.
Army Swiss knife.
Yeah,
I get it.
Photographs, paintings, and graphic design.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the date on that again?
That's gonna be January in New Image Art at West Hollywood.
Oh,
LA.
out here.
Yeah.
Okay. So and it's open to the public.
Open to the public all of January.
Okay.
So, come check it out.
And then do you think at some point there might be a tour where you're just kind of doing getting back to that?
I think
rhythm?
so. Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking forward to that. During these times, man, I'm curious. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world.
Oh yeah.
And people like yourself, people like Soulection and Beats One.
Mm-hmm.
We keep people in tune with ourselves and distracted in a good way, not like you can't ignore it, but we got to keep it moving, and,
Definitely.
And we got to find something to stay positive. How do you find positivity in yourself or out there in the world to kind of get past these weird times?
You gotta just remember sometimes that everyone is out there trying their best, and some people don't know what's right and some people don't know what's wrong, and everyone's trying. Everyone is afraid and everyone's trying. So as long as we can keep that in mind, I feel like we should be eventually able to just keep it cool.
Yeah. I mean, there are times when you just you're on Twitter or you're on the news or something on your Explore page. You're not even, I don't watch TV personally, but you just see something and it kind of just messes up your mood.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Definitely. I mean, it's sad to see what happened in Charlottesville, and I'm from the South, and I moved out of there when I was 25, and yeah, it's hard living there. It's all about what you want, and if you can find yourself in a better environment, then try to get there, you know?
All right, man. Well said. Well, we're about to get into some tracks from you right now. I think you have, about maybe an hour's worth of music for us today?
A lot of stuff.
All right, so I'm looking forward to that once again. Toro y Moi, just know you're welcome here anytime, and I look forward to getting you on board more with the Soulection crew and vice versa, man.
Thank you.
If you ever need anything, hit me.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
Of course,
Peace
man.
and love.
Yeah, and best of luck to everything that you got going to your travels and getting back home and getting back in your creative zone, all right? So let's get into this music right now, all right? Keep it locked. Show 323.